Hey guys, welcome back to Cretaceous Cast. With today's video, I wanted to talk about the new Jurassic World ride in Universal Studios Hollywood. Don't worry, this won't be the last you'll hear of me for a while. I'm working on a couple of videos that I hope you all will enjoy. The Jurassic World ride was announced last summer, while I was at Universal Orlando, funny enough. When I heard of it, I was cautiously optimistic. I felt like it had the potential to be awesome, but it also could be nothing compared to the original ride as well. Over time I got excited, which wasn't good. What I wanted was far grander, and ultimately, impossible. I guess. I'll just let you know ahead of time that I won't be as soft towards the Jurassic brand in Universal as I usually am. I didn't get to ride it because I live in the Midwest and it's on the West Coast, but I've watched the footage several times and have a pretty good idea of how the ride looks and functions. As you can probably tell, I am very disappointed. I do think the ride has some pretty cool stuff, but I personally think that Universal phoned it in. Without further ado, let's dissect the ride. You start by going into a mosasaur tank with this cool mural with a mosasaur skeleton that says, "When dinosaurs ruled the earth." This is cool, but I have a gripe here. I really wish that Universal would stop making it look like Mosasaurus is a dinosaur. It's not. This gets very frustrating. Another wonderful example of how Universal does this kind of stuff is with the flying dinosaur ride in Japan when, pterosaurs aren't dinosaurs. We've been through this hundreds of times, guys. Anyways, the Mosasaur tank is pretty nice. It's a little uncanny valley, but I'll give it a pass since it's just a ride. The Mosasaurus moves around on a screen and causes water to splash on you, even going up against a glass to crack it and have water go out, which is awesome. Right after, though, you go through the exact same cave that you went through after the Ultrasaur Lagoon in the original JP ride. This is when stuff starts to get lame. Then you see the exact same Stegosaur animatronics from the Jurassic Park ride, and the exact same Parasaurolophus. Granted, the Parasaur moves around better than it used to, but it still is questionable that they use the same robot. Then you go into Predator Cove. Again, more of the same stuff, but with Jurassic World stuff slapped on it. Here you get to witness the same raptor pen from the original ride. The building hasn't been featured at all in a Jurassic World film, except for Benjamin Lockwood's miniature of it, but that doesn't really count. I was expecting here that they would recreate Blue, Delta, and Echo and Charlie's pen from the first Jurassic World, but nope. Then there's an Indominus enclosure, which they essentially just squeezed into the already existing architecture from the previous ride. The bent bars look so lame, honestly. It doesn't even look close to the paddock from the movie. There also isn't a vehicle that falls down like the original ride. There's some cool damage done by the dinosaurs though, like scratches everywhere and blood, which I do appreciate. That right there is Jurassic. The feeling that something has gone wrong and the suspense of where the creature that did it is. There are a couple of Pteranodon corpses on the side which look like giant toys that Sid from Toy Story ripped apart. There's blood everywhere, which makes it gory, but the creature effects are just bad. This part used to have a boat with a Dilophosaurus eating someone. There was also a funny gag with some Mickey Mouse ears floating near the boat too. This, however, is when the ride gets awesome. I love this part. You start going into the T-Rex Kingdom exhibit. There's a T-Rex sign that's been damaged. Bars all around you are bent. You can see a scratch mark from the Indominus on the side of the tunnel you're going up. Maybe it tried to climb up there. You see videos of Chris Pratt telling you not to move and stuff. And then yet another original animatronic raptor comes out of the ceiling holding some cables. It's cool, but visibly different from the animatronics ahead. Then you see a forest environment with a Dilophosaurus spitting at you. The new Dilophosaurus animatronic is beautiful. It looks almost like a living animal. The Indominus then comes down and chomps at you after this. It looks absolutely fantastic, and the most real the Indominus has ever looked. She looks better than she did in the movie, because she was mostly CG in that. Another Dilophosaur pops up and Blue comes out to talk to the Indominus. Another amazing Indominus animatronic comes out to the left, then the T-Rex comes out and roars at the boat and the Indominus. You then go down the huge drop. That stuff is awesome. It's perfect. The animatronics are generally new, and the older ones like the T-Rex have more improvement. I just wish the rest of the ride was like this. Over time, Universal has the ability to improve the ride, but judging by how they usually leave their Jurassic Park stuff to degrade over time, I highly doubt they will do so. My main concern is how this ride will look when it goes to replace other Jurassic Park rides all over the world, mainly the one at Islands of Adventure since that's the only one I visited and I love it. I'm biased, but I think the original ride had more of an interesting story and didn't feel slammed together like the Jurassic World ride did. Jurassic Park River Adventure was planned before the movie even came out. I don't know how long the new one took to make, but it was constructed in less than a year. I hope when they inevitably change the other rides to Jurassic World, they listen to the criticisms as to how they failed with this ride and make improvements. Universal also needs to learn to keep the old and add new somewhere else. I hope with the new Orlando park, Fantastic Worlds, they all add new Jurassic World rides outside of Islands of Adventure. And leave alone the old park. Universal also needs to get over Harry Potter. They've done pretty much all they can with that brand. I don't see how they could do anything after Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. What? The Ministry of Magic? A fictional government building? At least they're adding a new Jurassic roller coaster to Islands of Adventure, which might end up being awesome. They should take note, though, on what they've done with Harry Potter. They should try to make a real Jurassic Park without actual dinosaurs, of course, but the movies are literally about theme parks. I don't get why they haven't tried to make something like that. People all over the world would want to see this. Universal needs to up their game, especially with Disney's most recent Star Wars Galaxy's Edge attraction. Right now is the perfect time for them to begin work. We can just hope that they will give Jurassic a proper chance. But what do you guys think of this? Do you guys like the ride, or do you think Universal could do better? Make sure to let me know in the comments. If you like the video and want to see more of my content, make sure to like and subscribe. I also have a new Twitter account if you want to go check that out. And remember, evolve or go extinct.